Welcome back to more Doki Doki Literature Club. Today, we are continuing on where we left off. It's time to fill out our next poem. We're still going down the Yuri route, and then we're going to see some exciting stuff happen, hopefully, this episode. So let me see here. Journey. Nice. After image. Let's go with waterfalls like a spooky way, so unstable. Nightgowns also, I think, like, not good. Imagination. There you go. Universe. Uncontrollable. Again, more syllables, more likely to be Yuri. Intellectual. Crimson. Let's go with existence. Melancholy. Entropy. We'll go with wrath. Incongruent. None of these are really good. Climax. There you go. Vertigo. Heaven Sent. These are tough. Cause spoilers. Helpless, Death, and Disown, I think, are all not Yuri. I think Disown is Natsuki. Analysis. There we go. We'll go with disoriented. Last one. Extraordinary. Shit. Philosophy. So 19 Yuri, 1 Sayori. That's okay. Another day passes. It's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable over here in the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Ryan. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just want to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so it only leaves the one option. Ooh-ah! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. That conversation, again, just like, fuck, man. Main character is being kind of an asshole, needlessly cruel. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Ryan to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can reasonably afford. Mood. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like how you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I just ain't bad. Now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? That line from, like, the whole, like, kind of bit of just, like, I have to accept the retribution. Yeah, that. I love that. That's one of my favorites. Don't let her fool you. Sari knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to his club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Sorry, take a sip of my drink. It's hot. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. What? Tia! Ow! What was... Eh? A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Is this because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab at the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her mouth hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going to throw a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, pickers can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Eh? Natsuki gets around. Monica's in the club room. Ugh, where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't really either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Yuri, you're correct, but at the same time, you never had to say it like that. I value all equally, just I value Monica more. Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club of her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was at study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Yeah, I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Ryan. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean to pressure you or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I'd love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. Okay. Also, I've been noticing the mouse cursor is visible for the Yuri's first time. Back in her book and Natsuki disappeared to the closet. Let me see if I can fix that. Hey, Yuri. Huh? I noticed I was reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No, I was just kind of waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that I can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself, of course. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this at the teacher's desk, then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the candle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Bruh. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well go with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Huh? Oh, we were just, Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. Or we're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want me to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Ryan in club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Ryan. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Yuri, first off, rude. How dare you talk to my wife like that? Second off, what the fuck? Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri. Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I don't. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. She really wasn't judging, she was inquiring. Ryan, how come every time I do something wrong, you be nice to me? Because nothing you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions. We can't always hide them away. But you will always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Ryan, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we filled up the water pitcher, we returned to the classroom. Ryan, do you like oolong tea? I've never had oolong tea. Yeah. Anything's fine. He's wrong. Listen, I'm a bad person. I've only drank 2 teas in my life, right? I would drink like black tea, like the little baggies you get and everything like that. That's the one I like best. But then also I had, and back when I was a kid, Irish breakfast tea because my mom liked to buy it. That's it. That is the only tea I've ever really had. I don't really fuck around with that many teas very often. My sister, bigger tea fan than I am, like forever and always. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature of the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she starts humming to it a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. I decided I'd try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Ryan. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't know if I can keep up with this. I've mentioned this before, and we'll especially get to it with the Doki Doki Literature Club side stories once we're done here with the main game. But I always found myself gravitating towards Yuri, like in real life. If these girls were presented exactly as they were in the real world, like right now, and I was like forced to like get along with them. Obviously, I like Monica best, but I would lean towards talking with Yuri a lot. Especially just because, like, obviously her enjoyment of fantasy and literature and everything like that. I find that very, it's attractive, obviously. Especially as, like, a D&D fan personally. It's the kind of thing that just really makes me like, oh, she's the best. Ryan, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read my back against the wall rather than bending over my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pay fairly regularly, so I do my best to management. Same. Is that so? I wonder why that is. I don't know about you, Yuri. It's for me when I fucking sleep. It's most likely because of my... Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. We're gonna skip over a little bit here. Obviously, this game goes. I have some chocolate here as well. Bag of small chocolates. Keep your head in from Sayori. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book, except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Oh, here he slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't actually touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression. I can only presume the world around her fades away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little, put the teacup between my legs, and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. I'm sorry. I let go of the book and open the wrapper. You can have as many as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Cute little scene here. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds I don't have to have any harder time reading it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, I start eating chocolate. Take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She slowly parts her lips as if the situation were completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. Like, I could just imagine, like, super intense, like, dark music. Just be like, oh, God. Oh, wiping sweat from your breath. Like, oh, fuck. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. And just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs some time to confirm what just happened. Ryan. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. Situations have gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath against my fingers. Okay, everyone! Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Ryan, can you help Yuri put the tea stuff away, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean it up without so much as a word between us. Aw, cute. That is cute. You remember I was talking about the whole idea of like, oh yeah, it's happy real. That would never happen. I have not enough game on your boy here. All right. Like before, sorry, Cup. Let's go talk to my girl, my sweetheart, my only thing that matters in this world, Monica. Hi again. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. I've actually been doing a lot of writing lately. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure. There you go. Give Monica, my poem to Monica. All right. This one's good. Feels like you're not like getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but if you find inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Oh, yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. But when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on side of her. Sadly, it's hard to get much of a personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep to herself so much. I do not like that threatening tone the player took there with the whole, I hope you didn't mean that in a bad way. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. Eh? You completely misunderstand. Calm down. I'm only joking. Besides, I'm pretty sure she already has a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah. A fictional one, anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, you know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one. Huh. I guess it's the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. I love it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with the space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can really totally change the mood of the poem. Listen, it's a concerning thing. I've been doing a lot of, like I mentioned before, writing lately, formatting. I enjoy formatting writing more than I enjoy the writing aspect. Like making it look nice on the page is something that brings me an incomprehensible amount of joy, and it's very concerning. So I get it. It's almost like magic. The way I write the lines really short makes them feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem's about isn't the right question. A poem could be as abstract or physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, the poem isn't about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself face a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Cute. Cute moment. All right, let's go show Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri starts the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Ryan, this one might be better than yesterday's. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? I don't ever, really. Other than the YouTube videos, of course, which I do write for. That might be fun one day to talk about how I write the videos. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share your poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Now, I was watching, I've always thought about this, and I don't want to start beef at all. It's a good bit. I mentioned Radical Soda's Doki Doki Literature Club video in the last episode. Again, highly recommend you check it out. I don't think I'm going to throw up the clip here. I'm going to ask you to go watch that. But when he talks about this moment, the whole if it's with you, he mentions how he believes it's a typo of supposed to be saying if it's okay with you. I've always interpreted the line as being sincere, the idea of I do want, like, if you look at the history, oh shit. Oh no. I'm here forever. I'll go look in a second. But basically the idea of, you know, whole like, you want to share your poem with me now? Yes, I do. If it's with you. Not asking if it's okay with you, saying I want to share my poem if I'm sharing it with you. Otherwise, I wouldn't want to. That's the way I've always interpreted that line. But anyway, Yuri's poem, The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering noise of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. My bread, my hunger, curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phases, it reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread again. Fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions on the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You can see that we've gotten quite close to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. So this poem is going to make a lot more sense later, but let me tell you how I've interpreted it without the knowledge of what it's actually about. I've always interpreted this poem in particular as the idea of guilty pleasures, right? Doing something that is not necessarily wrong, but that you know people around you wouldn't agree with, and expressing that and exploring that and becoming more and more used to it and everything like that. Again, I know what it's actually about, but that's the way I've always interpreted this poem. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't even begin to imagine what this poem is about. It is your fault. I get it. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own ways. Exactly. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that? They're called video games. Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and things make us uncomfortable. After all, I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness. I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. I'm very good at that. You're good at a lot of things. I don't like that noise. Writing, listening. These really aren't my... After Yuri expels the demon, there really aren't that many people like you, Ryan. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now, I almost feel like I can look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. All right, let's get Natsuki out of the way real quick because you guys are going to love this one. Well, I can admit it's better than the last one. It's nice to see you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding and express something. It's good to just sound like it's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this on Yuri's level. Natsuki stops. Don't tell me. Eh? You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this kind of disdain. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean... I mean... Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond... man! Dumbass. I am so done with you. Natsuki shows the poem. I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I am destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. So yeah, no poem from Natsuki. If we were going down a more neutral route, we would want to actually see both of their poems throughout the entire days. But if you lean towards one girl more than the other, between those two specifically, you don't get to see each other's poems. So when we come back and do all the Natsuki and Sayori stuff, that's when we're going to be seeing that a lot more. So let's get Sayori out of the way. Ooh, I like this one. It has some nice feelings in it. Oh, I'm glad. So it's at least better than yesterday's? Uh-huh. Maybe I'm getting better at this then. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. That's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Why not? Then again, I guess I'm conveying feeling. I guess conveying feeling is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself every once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well... I really don't know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Yeah, it is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Ryan. Is that a cat? I have a cat. Anyway, I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? This poem in particular, this one fucks me up. Bottles. I pop off my head like... I'm gonna try that again. Second take. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hidden in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. Then they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They are supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sayori, did you write this? I don't think I need to explain that one, by the way, and I'm very interested. What's your interpretation of Sayori's poem? Of course I did. Did I tell you I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. I would take that as an insult. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings lately. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Why would you say that? Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. Yes, you are. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. No, thanks. I think I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. You shouldn't try to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could just stay at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll all just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new member. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need more than a few decorations. Sayori's been working on the posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us exactly what we're going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's put it into all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I just didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. Yeah, I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagine it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. I just heard Discord. You hear that shit? I don't have access to the internet. What the fuck? I just lost internet access for a second there. That's never a good sign. Anyway, we're still here. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons why we're in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same things that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and recite a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki remains silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get this over with. All right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glanced around at everyone else's expected faces. I guess I really don't have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other right now. No way! Monica! This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no, don't worry. I'll start off by helping everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to get a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. The radical soda of it every time I have a bit. God, go watch that video. Fuck, it is so good. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around at me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sari looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a deep breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Well, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns, and its structure as she enunciates it with perfect timing. This will be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri steps back to reality and glances around her. That's the second Eminem reference we've had with Yuri so far, as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards. We give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were just caught so off guard we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Take a little drink. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sari hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of the mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sari begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she liked my poems. I like it. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through this and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Ryan liked it. I guess that's a good sign. That's not a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work so well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time for the festival, you know. Okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go for Ryan. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Ryan lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. It's fine. She's right. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection on what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. Sorry, I'm dying. That's something that'll improve over time. Yeah, maybe. All right, then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, this poem's called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style and works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. Oh, I never talked about what Natsuki wrote today. We'll get to that next time, though. The words that feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Oh, well, do you at least feel a little prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want for other people. It's just my friends. It's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you wouldn't have to worry too much about the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Be sure to pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets. Let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. That's fine too. Doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that about does it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have a weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to get the same enthusiasm as Yuri and Monica, but I'll do my best for the sake of the club. And impressing Monica. All right. Oh, we're talking about going home now, and then look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to even respond to that? Yes, you can say it's nice to walk home with your friends. Don't be embarrassed about it. It's okay, Ryan, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I'll come with Sayori once more, even though it's been a few days since it really changed. Sayori's quiet right now. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day, Yuri has to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me in the spot right here. All right. To my knowledge, this choice does not matter. But I am curious, in the comments, what would you pick? Because personally, I would walk home with Yuri. I would walk home with everyone, though. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I'd feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I'd just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out what you're seeing, how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone's different. Nobody in this club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. It was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. It's not a weird question. It makes perfect sense. All right, let's just get through that. All right, time for another poem mini game. I will say more of that. We don't need it. We have... The days are going long now. I think this next day is going to be the shortest, though, just in general. So I'm going to try to blitz through the second day real quick. Incongruent, vivacious, vivid, entropy, universe, frightening, fantasy. Fuck, I forgot. Fuck. It's okay. After image, disoriented, We're gonna load a save real quick. I actually used to do this a lot when I was playing the game for the first time. It's very funny. Oh boy. Anyway. What the fuck? Yeah, I didn't think so. Hold. Let's try again. All right, here we go. Intellectual. Inferno. Disoriented. Tenacious. Analysis. Incongruent. Question. Fucking. Tone. Determination. Contamination. Melancholy. Climax. Aura. Frightening. Ow, goddamn. That's fine. We'll just keep going. Vivacious. Heaven sent. Flee. And after image 19 out of 20. That's fine still. The other was fine too. I was just embarrassed at how I was taking. God, man, I'm last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked into. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Were you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but the whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a little bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on! Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? Well, I didn't say I didn't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? This is a joke I still don't get. Because it's right in your name. Mon-Ika. That's how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Nah, never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions are just as fun as Yuri Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I'll walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I'll move my hand in front of her face. Yeah? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everybody else. Huh? Is everything all right? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, all right. If you say so. I worriedly glanced at Sayori before turning back towards everyone. But the conversation is already dispersed, with everyone heading back to the usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been practicing to prepare for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Ryan, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori lately? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I guess I didn't notice anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm the one asking you, Ryan. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about her well-being for my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she has a hard time bringing up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Ryan. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sari talks about you more than anything else, you know? Yeah? She's been so much happier since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way! Sari is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. You're so funny, Ryan. Have you thought about that you're maybe always seeing her so cheerful because that's how she is when she's around you? Nah, I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to a conclusion, so I should just forget what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. All right. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up at her desk and walks across the room where Sayori's sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit down for myself. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. How exactly do I care about her, and exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so that much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but it's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri look at me from over her book. She looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit next to one sit in one next to her own. Good gracious. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax. You didn't do anything. But I could tell you want to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I don't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those you're willing to share with Oh my god, Yuri. Your troubles are only the concern of those you're willing to share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I'd be glad to listen. It's not a big deal, Yuri. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just don't want you to misunderstand. Sarah and I have been friends for a long time. That's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be so dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it too much. Ryan, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, so you think there must be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what's going on inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. Well, you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends. That's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious if she were searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold, even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware when in you. That is, I think that. She'd be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? Well, it is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica. God damn, what is with tonight? Good gracious. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking with Sayuri about. All right, so let's just go ahead and grab Monica real fast. Hi, Ryan. Have you thought about what you want to submit for the performance of the festival? Being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thoughts. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. And it will also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take my poem and hold it in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple of days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. Eh? That's... It's awfully suspicious, you know, spending time with her in the club room every day, reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know. All right, I get you. Just be careful, all right? I know the Yuri isn't used to opening herself up, so if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, that could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. Bondage. Ooh. You say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, all right? Okay. This is Monica's best poem, in my personal opinion. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, a victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing that legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others turn away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between her the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning. There is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. I really like it. I like it a lot. You know, I feel like I'm learning and looking for answers that are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I don't really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't we start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I've noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Mood. Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Huh, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier, because instead of just telling you your writing is okay or good or bad, they'll want to focus on it more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. So it's like having your own little literature club in a way, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I promise we're almost done here, because we actually have like less talking to do today, because if we go talk to Natsuki. Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even? Next. No poem from Natsuki today either. Let's go talk to Sayori real quick. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you didn't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Ryan. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. Just a little tired today. Hee. All right. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Hey! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. And she's gone. Just Yuri. Ryan. Your writing has only improved these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. It never did come naturally to me, but I've been able to improve so much, thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something you've never shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Ryan, during lunchtime I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing, inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Ryan. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Ryan. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare to feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make some friends. And I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way. Yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands. But this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me go get it for you. Ghost Under the Light Part 2. This is a continuation from our first poem. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. In the distance, the blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obscuring the eerie glow. I think that's what I should. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows closer. Closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I'm too late. He steps into my street light. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy you shared this with me. So thank you, and hope we can keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. Once again, I was going to try to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can, the poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles, if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a great job. Yuri finally turns back towards me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something, but I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. And this is where we're going to call this an episode, because we're about to get into the big stuff, big important decisions. So next time when we play Doki Doki Literature Club, we're going to start making the big boy decisions with our big boy pants. So I will catch you guys next time. Take care, everybody. And thank you so much for watching.